your girl Makena Hawa, and welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can see behind me, I have a couple of very beautiful people, and we're gonna have a great show. So today we promoting mental health. Me being Makena, I'm not a professional mental health advocate, but I am a mental health advocate. So they're gonna introduce themselves, and you'll be telling us your name, your social media handle, and your status. So we begin from my right hand.
Yes. Hi guys. Andrew Mutuma, and my status I'm single.
Andrew, he's single.
Hi guys, I'm Wycliffe Manzi, and from the social media platforms you'll find me in YouTube. Utanipata hapo naitwa Vinge Stars Boys Band hapo ni YouTube. Go and subscribe there. TikTok Wycliffe 40, alafu Facebook hapo ni Bless Kid Wiki hapo, and that is all about me. Sinjaoa.
You heard that, guys. Go there, subscribe. Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Caro on social media is Carus Marine. I'm single.
Caro is single, guys.
Hi, I'm Ian Munene. About my status, I think I'm not single.
Ish.
Find me, my platform, Facebook. You'll get me by the name Ian Munesh. And my fan page is Ian Munesh Arts. So through those, you can reach to me.
Go
Cheers,
there, reach out
guys.
to Ian.
Cheers, guys. My name is Lydia Mso. You can follow me in social media platforms at Lydia Mso, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and everywhere. I call myself Lydia Mso, and I'm engaged.
Lindia Mso akona mutu.
Hi guys. On social media they call me Benny Sharks. Facebook Benny Sharks. IG Benny Sharks. Yeah. For me I'm single.
And the last one on my left hand.
Hi, I'm Mercy, but you can find me on social media. On Facebook, I have two accounts. One naitwa Adami Raphael, another one ni Masendinda. TikTok, unaweza ni follow at Dami Raphael 385. I'm not single.
Okay, guys, karibuni sana to this panel, to this Makena Hawa channel, or just Makena. And we're going to have a beautiful show ahead. We hope so, guys, right? So what is mental health? Google says mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. Lakini, what happens when mental health is mentioned? What happens? What comes in your mind, Mercy, when mental health is mentioned? Ukisikia jina mental health, ni nini ina hit ya kwanza kwa mind?
What hits first is that mental health is important.
Nice. We hear again what hits your mind from my right hand when you hear mental health. When you hear the word just mental health. McKenna is from Norway and she says mental health. What hits your mind?
In my mind, I think mental health is shameful.
You think mental health is shameful, Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah, the society makes mental health shameful. But we are here to change the perspective that mental health is shameful, right, guys? Sindio watu wangu. Okay, so we're gonna say, we've said, Mercy and Andrew have said what they think mental health is. And so I'm gonna ask what you think mental health is and what mental health is not. So anybody can answer from behind me randomly. So mental health is, quickly, mental health is, Mercy, mental health is, and mental health is not.
Mental health is not something you decide to have.
Yeah, mental health is not something you decide to have. And Mercy said mental health is something you can change. Another one, Caro, mental health is
Something everyone has.
everybody has mental health, whether it's good mental health or it's mental health that is not in order. And mental health is not, I would also say mental health is not shameful. We are a society that is changing that mental health is not shameful. Mental health
Mental health is not fake news.
is not, sorry?
Fake news.
Yeah, mental health is not fake news. Every day we're hearing people committing suicide. Every day we are hearing people, doing things out there out of their mental health issues. And suicide is the worst because when we get there, it's like the last shot of mental health. At this note, I'm gonna ask a random question, and you're gonna ask with ever or never. So I'm gonna ask, never have I ever thought of committing suicide? We begin from where the mic is.
Never.
Lydia said never. The next person, please.
Never.
Never.
Okay. You
Never.
guys have not thought about committing suicide. Wow. Tell us your secrets. Never have I ever thought of committing suicide.
Never.
Never.
Mm-hmm.
Never.
Ever.
Wow. At least we have one ever. Mine, I don't know whether I should say ever or never. I don't know. I leave mine at that. Guys, if you've not subscribed to this McKenna Hawa channel, to this McKenna YouTube channel, kindly do subscribe. You can also share this video, like, and comment. Leave a comment down there. We're still on mental health is and mental health is not. So what do you think mental health is? Mental health is complex. It is something you cannot exhaust. You cannot exhaust mental health, but you can change mental health. And mental health is not? Yeah, mental health is not all in your mind. It's something that is happening day in, day out. Day in, day out, we hear of young men, especially men, committing suicide. And why do you think, guys, that men are committing suicide? Like, the number of men committing suicide is higher than the number of women committing suicide. Stress. Somebody behind me saying stress. We're in a society that thinks men should not cry. But in this society, men cry. And it is right, Andrew, the man who is on my right, to cry. Again, mental health is important. Did we say mental health is important, guys? And mental health is not?
It's not feeling good at all.
Mental health is not feeling good at all. Mental health also is not all negative. It doesn't have to be negative to be mental health. Cindy, yeah, I'm going to ask another random question of never have I ever. No, let me ask this or that. Like, I would rather ask for help or not ask for help. The person with the mic, kindly. Would you rather ask for help or not ask for help?
Ask for
The next person. Would you rather ask for help or not ask for help?
Ask for help.
Good. Asking for help does not mean that you're weak. And that is why we said mental health is not a weakness. Mental health is not always negative. The person with the mic, would you rather ask for help or not ask for help?
Ask for help.
He said ask for help. That is a man, and that is so good when you hear a man saying, I would rather ask for help. It is always important asking people out for help. Another person, would you rather ask for help or not ask for help?
I would both ask for help and not ask for help.
Why would you not ask for help? in which circumstance would you not she said she would rather ask for help, and also it's okay for her to not ask for help. Give us context on why you think you'd not ask. In which circumstance would you feel you're not going to ask for help?
In circumstances which
Uh-huh.
maybe I can do what I want, so I need no help or no confirmation from anybody.
Okay. She said in circumstances that you can do whatever you want. Are those negative circumstances or positive circumstances?
Both positive and negative, because I have my principles.
Yeah, we are all adults, and that is what is taking our society back. Being an adult doesn't mean you cannot ask for help. Being an adult, being 18 years and above is per the Constitution, that makes you an adult. And it doesn't mean just because you're an adult, you cannot ask for help. It is always important to ask for help. The next person with the mic, would you rather ask for help or would you rather not ask for help?
For me, I would rather ask for help.
Wonderful. That is a man. I love the men behind me because you guys really want to seek help, and it is important. I hope you guys also are crying out there for help. Mercy, would you rather ask for help or not ask for help?
I will ask for help.
That is amazing. Okay, we were on what mental health is and what mental health is not. And we've said a couple of things. I don't know whether someone has something that has not been said. Something you can share. Someone with something they can share. We said also mental health is part of being human. And what makes you guys think that I'm not in the right mental space? Like I'm not mentally okay? What makes you know that I'm not mentally okay at a personal level? At a personal level, what makes you know that you're not mentally okay? The person with the mic, kindly, if you can answer us.
Okay, I can tell that somebody is not mentally okay
Mm-hmm.
by his or her physical, emotional, and psychological
Mm-hmm.
characteristics.
She said physically, emotionally at a personal level. What makes you know that today my mental space is not all right?
Like
Emotionally.
Now, I know
Mm-hmm.
naturally you are talkative.
Mm-hmm.
So, like now, when you keep quiet for so long, you don't want any company, you want to be private, I must notice that you have something.
Oh, you're talking about me. She said that McKenna is naturally talkative. And when she goes silent, she's not okay. And that is so true. When you see me on those streets without screaming and shouting, I am not okay. I need help. Somebody else, what makes you know that you're not mentally okay? Sorry. Somebody tell us what makes you know that you're not mentally okay.
Maybe by the look of the things,
Mm-hmm.
you might find that someone is doing things abnormally.
Mm-hmm.
He or she is not behaving how she has been behaving
Mm-hmm.
like any other day.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just conclude that this person is not okay.
But it doesn't mean, like on the example that when you see me not screaming, not talking, what about if I just want my personal space, my personal time, and I'm not doing that? That is why we said mental health is not being okay like all the time. On the mental health is not. So mental health is not to stay good all the time. And I would ask a random question to anybody behind me or the person with the mic. How are you feeling today? Like physically, mentally, emotionally. How are you feeling today?
Emotionally, I'm feeling great.
Mm-hmm.
Physically, I think I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That is amazing. He said emotionally he feels great and physically he thinks he is alright. And I would ask Mercy, Mercy, what do you feel emotionally, physically?
Emotionally, I'm okay.
Mhm.
I'm not stressed anymore.
Mhm.
Physically, I'm fit.
Wow, that is amazing. And I think it's high time we stop asking people, how are you? Like ask people, how are you feeling today? I think that sounds better. Kuna mtu hapa ameuliza, how are you feeling today? Anybody who has ever been asked, how are you feeling today?
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, Mimi, I keep friends who ask me, how are you feeling? How are you? Not how are you? How are you feeling today? I will also ask another question. What did you do today that made you feel good? The people who have told me they feel great. What made you feel great? What makes you feel great?
Personally,
Mm-hmm.
what made me feel great today is
Mm-hmm.
my walking from my where I stay to school. I used Nini walking. I used to walk.
Wow.
So I feel physically I'm fit.
Wow. I would also say that there are things that the little things, we've always said that the little things matter. And I feel like, or personally, what makes me feel good, there is, I board a matatu, like to school, to work, yeah. And I'm a Catholic, and passing by church in the morning makes me feel like that is the first time I get a chance to hold my phone and maybe take a picture. So it always makes me feel like I'm having a good day today. Passing by church, walking from there to school. Like you have a time with God, you have a time for yourself, like walking from wherever to the same way Mercy said that walking to school today made her feel good. I don't know whether Carol you feel good today. Carol, do you feel good today?
Yes.
And there are things we can always do to feel good. Personally, I said like passing by church, having a word with God, like walking to work and school. I mean, isn't that beautiful? So you guys tell me what makes you feel good, or the things you want people, young people like you out here, to do to make them feel good.
Personally,
Mhm.
when I do anything to do with music, I usually feel good.
Carol says, listen to music, good music, I hope, good music, because there are sad songs, and I don't know why sad songs hit, but start listening to good songs, to good music. Another one, what do you think people out here should do to like feel good?
I think people should at least look for something to do,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's not one. At
Mhm.
least look for a package of things
Mm-hmm.
that if one fails,
Mm-hmm.
you will depend on the other one. Like I
Wow.
personally,
Mm-hmm.
what makes me feel so good, it's like you will find I like sports.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I like music. So if sports fails,
Mm-hmm.
I'll depend on music. If music fails, I'll depend on sports. Yeah.
The guy behind me, Ian, says, find a couple of things to do. Don't depend on music. Phones go die. Phones die of battery. Depend on other things. Like, get multiple things to do to feel good. Get multiple things to do. You can't, and also find things to do. Don't stay idle. Idling comes with a lot. Idling comes with a lot of stress. Idling comes with a lot of overthinking. Idling comes with a lot of negativity. Stop idling. Get something to do. Listen to music. Go out, dance. Yeah. Another person, tell us what you think.
So for me, what makes me feel good is the fresh air we breathe every day. You know, waking up every morning, that fresh air, and the peace in our country. You know, there are some countries they are always in fight every day, but our country is peaceful. So that's what makes me feel great.
The guy on my left said a couple of things like Those are the little things that we're talking about. Appreciate every little things, like the air we breathe. I mean, did you even thank God today for the air you breathed? But the guy on my left thanked God for the air he's breathing, for the peace that is in this country. Another person, tell us what makes you feel good.
What makes me feel good? Okay, my day starts to be good when I wake up. So, first when I wake up, I must shower with cold water so that I will freshen up my body. So, when a day comes that I cannot bathe with cold water, my day is usually very ruined. Yani, I'm usually down. And I would like to advise somebody there. You do what you like most. You do something that you have strong points. You see, you do what you can do it 100%. Whether people love it or don't love it, as long as you are passionate about it, just do it, and it will make you feel good.
Wow, Lydia says, amuka, oga na maji baridi. I mean, people who come from the upper side of this country like me will disagree, but that works for Lydia. That makes Lydia feel good about the day. Also, Lydia said, do whatever makes you happy. You don't have to look at me and think, what is McKenna going to say when I do this? If you love reading, read. If you love writing, write. If you love dancing, dance. Do what makes you happy. And that at a personal level, that will keep you mentally okay, mentally stable. And mental health is important. We all shouting that mental health is important. We all agreeing on this panel that mental health is important. And mental health is real. Another person who has not told us behind me what they them feel good, kindly do.
All right, as for me, I can't specify whatever makes me feel good, but I can specify whatever makes me not feel good. No, as far as I exist, that is, I woke up in the morning, I find myself so, let's say, I'm physically fit. That's all what makes me feel good. And I can see wherever I'm walking, I can find some people behaving like funny, upon that feeling good.
How funny we clip.
Unaweza pata watoto wakicheza
Wow.
fulani hivyo.
The little things, guys, the little
Yeah,
things.
those petty things zenye mnaona haziwezi fanya mtu afeel good, but vitu zinanifanya ni not good, like hawa watu wazima sana kuwa na mambo mengi ya kukasirisha mtu. Like utapata mtu ni best yako, na vile anaweza kuonyesha ni kama kuna vitu anajua sana kukuliko.
Wow.
Hiyo sasa, hiyo ndio now hata ikinifanya ni feel not good, it's like for 2 minutes, 1 minute, I turn my position again to feel good sasa.
On that note ya Wycliffe ya kusema people making you not feel okay. Do you guys think that the people besides us, ama the person on your left or right, would interfere with your mental health? Do you think the person besides you, let's say friends, family, parents, siblings, teachers, colleagues, acquaintances, do you think those people interfere with your mental health?
Yes.
Someone is saying absolutely yes. The left, what do you think? The guy with the mic, what do you think?
Yes.
You said yes, Andrew.
Yes.
Okay. Carol, what do you think?
Yes.
How does a friend of yours interfere with your mental health?
Okay, the way you treat me and the way you carry yourself.
Wow. Another person, how does your family or friend or siblings affect your mental health? And how can you change? Like, how can you walk out of that? You're interfering with my mental health. I need to be mentally okay.
Okay, me, I'm such kid a person when I see that you usually ruin my emotions, or you makes me physically, emotionally, or psychologically unfit, I usually cut you off.
Wow. Lydia is saying normalize cutting people off. But I'm also thinking normalize telling people when they are wrong. It's not all the time that you cut. I'm siding with Lydia, like normalize cutting people off. It's not everybody who should stay. But also, again, on the other side of the coin, like it's not always cutting people off. Like Lydia, would you cut your mother off or your dad or your sister? Would you?
Not cutting off that the way you are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I also mean cutting off in such like when you annoy me, I just walk out of you and then I
Wow,
will
that
back
is
later.
wonderful. That is amazing. Lydia says don't stay in spaces that you're not mentally stable. Another person, what? Do you think that the people around you affect your mental health?
Yes, the way they reason things.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all need peace of mind, and the time you become a distractor to me, I start finding ways of avoiding you.
Wow, Mercy says peace of mind. And on this Mercy's note, I'm going to ask, what is peace of mind? What do you describe as your peace? What is your peace? We're going to hear everybody's perspective of peace, of the word peace.
Pardon.
As I read you the meaning of the word peace from Google. So, Mercy, what's your description of peace? What do you mean? What does it mean, like, I'm at peace? Personally, I'm at peace when I'm reading a book and holding a cup of coffee. That is my heaven on earth.
Peace is like a condition where you are fit.
So personally, what's your condition? Okay, Google says freedom from disturbance, like tranquility. Like the way I said, mine is reading a book in a closed room and open windows and a cup of coffee. That is my peace. That is my heaven on earth. So what is your peace, Mercy?
My peace is to stay away from distractors.
Wow. Mercy says avoid those people.
Yes.
Avoid those people. Pass the mic kindly, Mercy, so that we can hear the other person's perspective of peace, what their peace is. And people watching us, people watching this live, if you've not subscribed to this McKenna channel, the channel has moved from McKenna Hawa to McKenna. Please do kindly subscribe, leave a comment, like, share this video, and promote mental health out there. Talk to a brother, talk to a sister, make mental health important. We were on mental health. What is peace? What is your description of peace?
So for me, peace is something like that space. So I need that space. As a friend, I need you to give me space, and so for me, that's how I can describe peace.
Yeah, you don't always have to be here. I need time for myself. That is what the guy behind me said. The next person, please.
Okay, personally,
Mm-hmm.
I can say peace of mind to me
Mm-hmm.
is being free,
Mm-hmm.
being feeling that I'm positive 100%. Like now, me, I'm such kid person who I gonna do everything that will make me happy, despite of who is there. Is he or she going to take me for granted? I usually do what makes me feel happy, and by doing what I like and all what my strength is,
Mm-hmm.
peace of mind starts there. The other one, I usually have peace of mind when I'm satisfied. Hungerness is something that usually distract me, so I like to be satisfied, both orally and emotionally.
That's a take home. Lydia says, nja. whether it's spiritual hunger or stomach hunger, makes her not be at peace. And that happens for everybody. We might not say it as the top on the list, but being hungry, being angry, being spiritually not okay, that makes us not at peace. Also, she said something on do what makes you happy. And I'm going to ask, do what makes you happy comes with a lot. I mean, I might say drinking, happy, but is that worth it? I might say go stealing will make me happy. I might say sleeping the whole day will make me happy. But is it worth it? The question is it worth it? Remembering we said don't stop idling. Like find things to do. So doing what makes you happy doesn't always have to be negative. It doesn't always have to be negative. You can take the positive side of doing what makes you happy. Read a book, eat food, as Lydia says it makes her happy, dance, make a child smile, do the right things that make you happy. I think we'd say that third point of doing what makes you happy, make sure whatever makes you happy is positive. How do you make sure whatever makes you happy is positive? I'm going to hear ideas out of how do you make sure whatever makes you happy is positive. I'm going to hear that from Wycliffe. Utafanya aje ile kitu unataka ikufurahishe ikuwe kitu mzuri?
First of all, the peace of mind depends on your positive or the negative, or let's say the attitude, your personal attitude on the people around you, or even the attitude on the everything around you. Because like when you have a negative attitude towards a person or anything, if you find yourself between those things, either between those person in their midst, you do not have the peace of mind at the time. So to make sure that whatever makes you feel good is positive, you must have your own moral values which should guide you on how to live with the things or the people around you. And that is the main point is the moral values.
Your morals should define what makes you happy. We're going to hear the perspective of peace from the person next to Wycliffe, kindly. I don't know, Caro or Ritsanjo, please.
Okay, according to me, peace of mind is when, like, there is nothing that is bothering me. Yeah. As in nothing is stressing me. I think that is what I can call peace of mind.
But we are humans. I mean, I would be stressed about that door is open. Like every time there is something going on in our minds. But Caro says that when something is not bothering her, it keeps her at peace. The little things, guys. The important little things. We're going to hear from the last person what their definition of peace of mind is.
Actually, as for me, I can describe peace of mind as, for instance, something it doesn't mind whatever I'm doing. I might say that I am at a situation that I can say I have a peace of mind, in short, as per me.
Andrew is at peace of mind. I also think we were on the note that so many young men are committing suicide, and that doesn't suicide. And also that doesn't mean that people are not killing other people because of their mental health. The other day there was a story about a guy who killed a 34-year-old woman because they were in a relationship. What's your take on you're cheating on me, or I'm cheating on you, or a relationship is not working? What's your take? What should you do? What step would you take? Andrew, assume someone is cheating on you. What step would you take?
Actually, as for me, I might not take any action, but I just leave the person at that place, at that, and our relationship ends there.
That is wonderful. That is wonderful. And then it's from a guy. You guys, that is wonderful. The next person, please tell us, what would you do if you find your relationship is not working? Maybe because of cheating, maybe because of different personal values and all. Because so many people are committing murder in relationships. In relationships. So many young souls are dying because of relationships.
Okay, now as for everyone's information, is that most suicides are committed due to the stresses about the relationships, and the stress from the home, the relatives, and the friends. So, what I can say about those suicides is that in order for you to make a decision to commit a suicide, you know, many people just see it like commit suicide. Now you are free from the whatever which was stressing you. So, as for me, I don't see whether committing suicide is a solution on the stress about the relationships, the stress about the lack of food, money, those things. So the best way is to seek the guidance from the mentors. You know, there are many mentors around us, like pastors. You can go to the guidance and counseling offices. There are many in towns. You might look for your teacher, can advise you, your best friend, and that is all what you can decline the commitment of the suicides anyhow. Yeah, that's me.
Before we segue to that what you do, before we go to what you do when you're suicide or when you want to commit suicide, let's hear your opinions about we're gonna come to that, but let's hear what you would do in a relationship where you think it's not working.
Definitely the best way in such a relationship is to quit.
Yeah, leave, like quit. The next person, please, what would you do? Do you think murder is worth it? Do you think quitting is worth it?
Okay, for me personally, I think I should first try to talk to you, and if you don't change, I'll just quit.
Yeah, communication is always important, guys. Communicate. But when it doesn't work, leave. Next person, please.
Okay. About the suicide, let me say that suicide is not all about stress.
Ian, we said we don't move to suicide first. We'll come to that. In the situation of a cheating husband,
Pardon?
or a cheating wife, or a cheating girlfriend.
I'll just quit.
Quit, he said quit.
Yeah.
Next person.
Okay, I, Lydia. I would have a second rethinking. You know, I'm such kind of a person who usually make decision not twice but once. When I say it's yes, it's yes. When I say it's no, it's no. So instead of first saying I will move on or else I'll quit, I'll just sit down and breathe in and then rethink in everything that you do, choices have consequences. The outcomes might be positive or negative, and you can stop it, and you find that the negative things will occur, and you can continue with it, and you find that maybe the change can come. So I'll just rethink what to do about it.
Lydia says change is inevitable. A cheating husband, a cheating wife can change, and taking the action immediately is not worth it. Change is inevitable. And we said mental health can be changed. Next person, please.
Me as Benjamin, I believe that relationship cannot make me commit suicide. And so
It is amazing.
and so I would forget about the past and move on.
People dating people like Benjamin, you better not cheat. Kuna mwingine amesema tugange yajayo. Because it's not always about the other person. Ama aje. It can always be about you. Take care of yourself. Sorry, Wycliffe. Masi umetuambia aje?
Like my friend Lydia said, it's not good for you to make final decision. You have the root cause of the teaching, and then you come up with a good conclusion.
Channel, to this McKenna channel. Kindly do subscribe. Share to your friends. Leave a comment down there. Let's promote mental health. We're gonna now segue to me asking, what would you do in a situation of suicide? Before we continue, someone said on the other note that suicide is not the solution. Like the moment you commit suicide, that does not mean that is the end of your problem. That is just the end of your life. But you leave so many people in pain. Let us hear what you guys have to say. What do you do in the situation of suicide?
Okay, suicide can come from many results. For example, in marriage circumstances, you find that suicide is promoted by peer pressure from in-laws. So what I suggest is that there should be open communication to avoid such cases.
Yeah, Mercy said communicate. You all agree with me that men don't communicate. And it is high time men start communicating. It is high time men start having conversations. The next person, please.
So for me, suicide is a result of, for men, I would say it's a result of abuse of drugs.
Yeah, alcohol is not the solution. Other drugs are not as solution, and they will never be a solution. So stop drug abuse when you're suicidal. It won't save you from that. Yeah, stop drug abuse. Lakini mbona sisi wase usema like nikikunywa kadogo hivyo stress zinaniisha. Lakini si zitaisha tu hiyo time mama.
Ndio sasa hiyo time yenye imeisha. You will find that hiyo time yenye zimeisha ndo sasa ungechukua hiyo action ya commit suicide.
Lakini si zitarudi tena ama?
Eti?
Si zitarudi tena like after you not high.
Zitarudi. Zikirudi utakunywa na hivyo ndivyo utakuwa addict.
And basi alcohol is not the solution to stress. It's not the solution to your problem.
But inapunguza stress.
Haipunguzi. The next day the stress comes from inapunguza siku za stress. Lakini haipunguzi stress. Ama to agree hapo. Inapunguza tu masaa ya stress. Because you'll be drunk like an hour and then the other 23 hours you're stressed. Ama?
Naweza sema hiyo story ya alcohol haipunguzi stress. Juu kitu ya kwanza unapata hata kama ni hiyo stress unasema inapunguza, you might find yourself sasa umejiongezea stress after imeisha.
Yeah,
unaenda unalewa vitu zako huko, unaanza kumbehave funny hapa, unasema una stress inaisha. Zikiisha saa hiyo si unaambia vile unataka huku, kesho utakuwa na hizo umekunywa hizo mavitu.
Watu watakuona
vile watu walikuona na macho hayana pazia.
Yeah.
Unielewa? So hapo utajipata sasa utaenda uanze ndo sasa umalize hizo stress zimekuja next, uendelee kuikunywa, unjipata umeisha kabisa.
Yeah, so many young people don't want to hear that pombe haipunguzi stress. like pombe haimalizi stress ama aje Ian to agree like alcohol does not save you from that.
Kuna time hapa tumeongea tukasema
Uh-huh.
peace of mind it's the freedom ya kufanya chenye kinanifurahisha. So for me if alcohol inapunguza stress kwangu,
lakini tumesema bado like find the positive side of things that are making you happy. Don't focus on drugs, don't focus on murder, don't focus on
But
don't focus on
naulizaje,
treating people badly
I'm
so that
asking,
you can
if alcohol is inafanya nisikuwe na stress, would you prevent me kukunywa?
mbona basi unachagua alcohol na tumesema uchague vitu zenye ziko positive?
How do you
I
know it is
mean toka
positive for me?
udance. It is negative because it is not positive because itakuletea health issues. Ama imagine you drinking because you're stressed up for money alafu uanze kugonjeka lung cancer or rather tunaitanga liver cirrhosis. Imagine utaletea watu wengine more stress ama si ndio wasee? Italeta sasa mtaanza kufanya harambe and other that will bring more stress to other people. So I think it's high time you focus on the positive side of the things you're doing. Look out things, stay open-minded on the things that you're doing. If alcohol will bring you diseases, if alcohol will take you to pale kwa trench. Imagine tumekupata Ian umelala hapo kwa trench. Tukupige picha Ian to post.
Kai.
Sasa unasikia unasema guy utakuwa sasa na more stress. It's high time guys and young people, young men and women, stop normalizing that alcohol heals ama prevents stress. So many people are going to, Ian says he quits alcohol and we are so proud of you Ian from this panel. Sisi wote tumefurahi, right? Ama aje Masi, sisi wote tumefurahi that Ian quits alcohol. Next person, what would you do in a situation of suicide? I also think that there are so many therapists around the world and it's time we normalize therapy. It's kitambo watu walikuwa wanaona ni kama ukienda kwa therapist unakuwa weak or something. Na tumesema mental health is not a weakness. It is high time we normalize therapy. So many people, hata huku kwa social media, we seeing people like kina Lydia KM, kina Murugi Munyi, so many people embracing therapy. It is high time that even from the ground floor we embrace, and there is free therapy. People say therapy is expensive, but there is also free therapy. It's high time we normalize therapy. Seek help from professionals. Seek help from people who are in a place to help you mentally. We hear something else. What would you do in a situation of suicide?
Okay. I personally, I've never thought of committing suicide, but I have a friend who one day came to me, very annoyed, saying that he was a guy, is going to commit suicide because of some private reasons that I may not mention. And so I just asked him, now that was your plan B? And then he said yes.
So what was his plan A? Because you said suicide was his plan B.
Okay, he had tried to do something for 2 years, but after 2 years, that something just disappeared. That now he decided that he's going to commit suicide. I just told him, just sit here and let us talk. He gave me his problems. He told me everything, and then I just asked him, that is just a very small thing. Like, small thing, you carry it like a baggage. And then you are very small to carry big luggage. I just told him, just relax, go and sleep, and don't communicate to anyone, because he was not willing to communicate to anyone else. So when he went the following day, he just came and told me, Lydia, it was not even that serious. It's only that I had many emotions, and now I just slept and rethinked about it, and I just find out that the solution was to never give up and to continue pressing. And now I just asked myself, this situation of suicide, first of all, it starts, it's not that it starts from like now. I think of committing suicide today and then I do it tomorrow. It starts just for a long period. You do something small and then you say, I'm going to commit suicide. And then it maybe we say it because of tempers, because some people are very short-tempered. They just react easily. So I'd like to say the case of suicide is just people carrying things very heavily. And I usually say, if I will not be able to carry any luggage, let me just stop it. And there, my hashtag is, if I don't get it, I forget about it. And that's all.
Lydia says, if you don't get it, forget about it. And Lydia has given us a story about a friend who was suicidal, and she told the guy, go sleep and then tomorrow might be brighter. And it's always brighter, like the next day. After darkness, there is dawn. And so it's always brighter. Don't act at the moment. We can save so many souls by not acting at the moment. And also from Lydia, we've taken, you can save so many souls from communication. Like the way Lydia told the guy, go sleeping. That was also a small thing, like sleeping can save you from suicide. Communicating with someone or having a conversation can save you from suicide. It's always about the little things. The little things you do to someone can save a lot. Save a life, talk to a friend. Always ask your friends. I said earlier, ask people, how are you feeling? What do you think about this and that? The next person, please tell us what's your take on suicide.
Okay. About the suicide, let me say that suicide is a spirit. And I know that you know that spirits are so strong. And so, kwanza kwa wale wenye wanaochi vijana, let me tell you one thing. Never commit suicide juu umeachwa ama umechitiwa. Why? Suicide will never be forgiven. That is a sin that will never be forgiven. So, kusema eti umecommit suicide, you are losing 3 things. First thing you lose is eternal life. You lose your life. Na huyo mwenye sasa amefanya ucommit hiyo suicide, umemwacha na sisi huku tupige sherehe. So hiyo kitu eti inafanya inakufikisha to a place unaweza commit suicide. Let me say that though it's a spirit and is strong, inakuconvince hadi unafika to a place ya commit suicide, you can just look for a person. And spirits are fought by the spirits. Kama ni spirit ya suicide, just look for a spiritual person mwenye atakusaidia to avoid that spirit. Juu sasa ukisema eti unataka kucommit suicide, mimi nakwambia hiyo ni ujinga kwanza. Though sijaifika to a point mimi ya kufikiria kucommit suicide, but never think of committing suicide juu umechitiwa ama juu ya kitu ingine. No. Just look for a person, share your story. He or she might have your solution and you don't know, then you think of giving your life ati una commit suicide. So just share. Sharing is the best key hapo sasa. Share and your solution may be found.
Yeah, we are pinning, communicate, share, talk to people, and also suicide is not the solution. Next person, please. What's your take on suicide?
Okay, I'll also say, like Kian has said, suicide is not a solution. What I think about that, if you're suicidal, you should look for someone who you trust, someone who can help you solve your issues, but also be wise on the people like you're choosing, like the people you want to share your story with, because some people you can share with them your story and they like unaweza ongea na mtu alafu aende kusema huko nje kwa watu wengine na unaweza sasa kuwa more suicidal than before. So be wise on the people that you choose to like guide you or to advise you.
That is beautiful from Carol. We've have we heard from everybody else about their take on suicide? Wycliffe, I guess you're the last. Amma?
As for me, I know and you know that the very affected people in this, whatever we are talking about, that is suicide. are the youth.
Suicide is a very sensitive issue. We cannot exhaust it.
Yeah. So the most affected are the youths, and the most cause of the biggest cause of the suicide is the relationships. So what I'm going to submit to you is that remember the legacy of the, let's say, it's not commonly used, but it's like commonly used. They say wako wengi, ukiachwa usiende eti kucommit suicide. Focus on the legacy, wako wengi. Before alafu sasa unaenda kwa mtu wako mwenye unajua anaweza kupea advice. You be advised and you get it.
I guess this is what we've had a take, and we have had a say on communicate. Talk to people, and we are all agreeing that talking to people saves us a lot, can save a lot. This is what we agree. It's always okay to seek help, Cindy. And we're going to wrap this up, and I'll be saying there are little things you can do that can save your mental health, like doing your bed. I said like reading a chapter and some coffee saves me a lot. Like it would save me from a bad day. So we're gonna hear from each and every person just a snippet, just a small thing about what you think people out here can take to save their lives. I have said like making your bed, taking a walk, watching your favorite TV show, reading a chapter, calling a loved one, writing down what you feel. That this is something that you cannot exhaust. So we're gonna hear from each one of you, like what you have to say about. Just tell us something. You can tell someone out there, a young man, a young woman, a young lady watching, an old person. But even so, we said mental health has no age limit. Anybody can go through mental health illness. Anybody can be mentally unstable. Anybody can be mentally not okay. So I'm gonna start from where the mic is. Tell us what you think, something small, like the little things that can save people from suicide and from any other mental health weaknesses.
As for me, whatever can save people from the suicide, moja ni exercise. The next one, mingling. Unaenda una interact na watu na hizo stress zitaisha. Yeah.
Wycliffe amesema tafuta mabeshte, na umetuambia nini ingine? Tafuta mabeshte.
Ingine ni exercise.
Na ufanye exercise. But you see, when you exercise, like you relieve yourself from so many things, and that is important. I know even therapists, we said we're not professionals, but we sure even therapists out there are telling people to exercise. Next person, please.
As for me, I may suggest that how I may help these people who might have been thinking to commit suicide. For one, many people, like, I may set an example with me. Some time back, I may not exactly frame the story about my life. I actually don't like giving the story of my life, but I may just say something very little. For people who may be actually be annoyed or stressed such that they may be to an extent of committing suicide, I may advise them, in case you are engaged with someone who you might not be familiar with, it's good even to consult from friends. You may even take some time to mingle with this person so as to avoid stress and eventually committing suicide.
Wonderful. We're gonna hear from the next person.
Okay, personally, I think communication is important. When you have something bothering you, you can share it with your friends. And as I said, be wise with the people you're sharing your things with. Okay, another thing, exercise. You can also do exercise. Yeah.
Next person, please. Carol has said communicate, and we're repeating communicate and communicate and communicate again and again, and choose wisely the people you communicate to. Then I'm gonna ask this from a friendship level. Like, how do you know that this is the right person I should be telling this or that? Because we have friends who are not friends. Ama aje watu wangu. So know the people. How do you know that somebody is the right person to talk to? Some of us, like, we might not be in circles with friends who are therapists or doctors or people who can help us mentoring. But how do I know that this is the right person to talk to? From Carol, please.
Okay, for someone to be called your friend, this is someone you know very well. And if I am your friend, like, unanijua vile mi ukua. You know, like, kila friend yako vile ukua, the way he behaves, ama ni mtu mwenye anaweza kusaidia, someone who can keep secrets. Na pia kuna ma friends wako wenye unajua, they cannot keep secrets. So like on a suicidal case, you cannot go and tell your friends, like your friend who you know cannot keep secrets, like kitu yenye inakuforce kukuwa suicidal. Juu maybe ataenda share na watu wengine, and maybe it's a personal thing, and maybe utaenda sasa kukuwa more suicidal. But if you have a friend who you trust, and a friend who you know is secretive, I think you can share with him or her.
Guess that has been answered amazingly nice. The next person, please, on the little things you can do.
Okay. Idomide is devil workshop. 1. Avoid idleness. 2. Perfect on what you like doing. 3. Look for friends where you can at least have your leisure time spent with. And how do you spend them? The leisure time, you'll find like now I've seen that people watu wamekuwa kwa hizi skating whatever, watu wana skate sana, and the skate shoes, they are so cheap, 3500 you have one. So wale wenye wanapenda like kuskate, kuswim, enda uswim, just refresh your mind, don't overthink and don't multitask your mind a lot. Yeah,
That is nice. I don't know whether everybody has said what's their take home. We are wrapping up this, and saying thank you. We are so grateful that you people have been watching this, that you people are going to subscribe, that you tuko positive, that lazima mta subscribe, like and share. My take home is whatever you're going through right now is temporary, and you are in total control of your head. Like whatever is going on in your mind, you are in total control, and you can change that. Thank you so much, guys, for being here, and up to the next video or the next live at Makena, we say bye bye, guys. Hamtaki kuevia watu wangu.
Just wait. Bye.